Welcome to my first Xcode tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you basic functions of Xcode and how you can use it. I've already opened up Xcode as you see, and I will show you from here how to open a project and work our way through. So we click on create a new Xcode project when we have opened Xcode and the startup screen is open. So here we have the choices of everything that Xcode offers. We will start with single view application and maybe go into other different frameworks and libraries later. So let's name it. I will just name it Xcode and just choose where you would like to save it. I will just save it in my folder on my desktop. So the project is opened, and here we can see all the information about the project. So in the team, this is where you can add an account if you want to upload it to the App Store. We will do that later and I will show you how to do it. This is the bundle identifier. You will need this for uploading, but that's again later. And this is the version and the build. These are all for uploading it to the App Store, so we don't have to worry about that. For this, we just have to select whatever we would like to develop it for. So say I normally develop for 8.0 or 8.1. So the devices, if you would only like it for iPad or iPhone, you choose the one you would like, and if you want it for both, you choose universal. So the main interface. The main interface is the main graphical editor that you would like to use. You can just leave that main because you don't have to worry about that. The device orientation is obviously which way the screen will turn if you rotate the iPhone. You don't have to worry about that right now. I normally use landscape or left and landscape right for my games, and use portrait for any other application. So app icons and launch images, those are all just graphical designs that we can add later. We don't have to worry about that either. So this here on the right, this will be really important for us when we are designing graphical programming, because down here as you see we can add table views, labels, buttons, and every other object. So here on the left hand side we can see the files where we will be coding in, and the main storyboard, or this is our graphical editor where we will be pulling in objects from our object library. We will deal with that later. So image cassettes, I've never used them because you don't actually have to pull anything in there, you can just pull it in the project itself. And the launch screen.xzip, that's just if you want a preview to what it launches, as you have probably seen like Unity, or if you haven't used any licensed design software that you would like to add, so there's a reference. And you can also just look into the other files that one will probably not have to touch. And there's one last thing that will be really important to you, and that is the run button. This is where you click if you want to preview a project or test it, and here you can choose the simulator or the iOS device that is plugged in. And up here there are just some other standard things, like say for example view standard editor. You can change where your things are, and then you can debug it. That's basically this run symbol, that's the debug. And you can change the preferences for Xcode, like fonts, navigation, behaviors. You can just play around with that if you don't like the view of Xcode. I prefer the default view, but you may prefer something different. And yes, that is all that you will have to know for this tutorial. Thank you for watching and hope that you liked it.